Welcome to the Spelling Bee Ninja podcast, where we provide engaging and educational content for curious learners like you. Today, we are diving into the captivating realms of the Arctic and Antarctic, exploring their unique environments, wildlife, and climates. If you've ever wondered about the fundamental differences between these polar regions and their significance to our planet, you're in the right place. So, subscribe now for more fascinating episodes that expand your knowledge of the world. Let's start by unraveling what sets the Arctic apart from Antarctica. The Arctic region is primarily an ocean, the Arctic Ocean, surrounded by various landmasses, including parts of North America, Europe, and Asia. Sea ice floats on its waters, making it a vital habitat for various marine species. In sharp contrast, Antarctica is a continent, land covered by a vast ice sheet and surrounded by the Southern Ocean. This significant distinction influences climate patterns, ecosystems, and even human activity in both regions. In the Arctic, various indigenous groups, including the Inuit people, have inhabited these lands for thousands of years, adapting to the harsh conditions and thriving in harmony with nature. Meanwhile, Antarctica remains uninhabited by any indigenous population, governed instead by international agreements like the Antarctic Treaty. Now, let's explore the extremes of temperature found in these polar environments. The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth, a frigid -89.2 degrees Celsius, was noted at the Vostok Station in Antarctica on July 21, 1983. This extreme cold is largely due to the Antarctic Plateau's high elevation and the location of Antarctica at the South Pole, receiving little sunlight during winter months. The Arctic, by comparison, is less consistently cold because it has a vast ocean that retains heat more effectively than ice-covered land. Because of this, the Antarctic is renowned as the coldest place on Earth, whereas the Arctic experiences milder temperatures in some areas. Next, let's shift our focus to the fascinating wildlife that thrives in these polar biospheres. If you were to visit the Arctic, you might encounter the majestic polar bear, the only bear species found in this region. Polar bears have adapted to the sea ice of the Arctic Ocean, where they hunt seals and navigate their icy habitat effortlessly. It's crucial to note that polar bears are never found in Antarctica because their evolutionary history is rooted in the Northern Hemisphere, making them exclusive denizens of the Arctic. On the other hand, Antarctica is famous for its incredible diversity of penguins, with the largest populations observed in species like the emperor and the Adelie penguin. These chilly birds thrive in the southern hemisphere with no natural land predators, which allows them to flourish and multiply in their icy environment. Interestingly, a common misconception suggests that polar bears and penguins coexist, which is completely false. These species are separated by thousands of kilometers of ocean and land, making their habitats entirely distinct. The Arctic and Antarctic are fascinating not only for the animals that inhabit them but also for the environment they represent. The Antarctic ice sheet proves to be a resource of global importance, holding approximately 61% of the world's fresh water. Spanning about 14 million square kilometers, the ice sheet covers the landmass of Antarctica, making it comparable in size to the United States and Mexico combined. This colossal ice body is not only critical for Earth's water supply but also plays a vital role in regulating global temperatures. Should this ice melt, sea levels could rise drastically, impacting coastal communities all around the globe. Contrastingly, the Arctic demonstrates a different climate dynamic dominated by drifting sea ice. This floating ice is crucial to the habitats of the wildlife there, and changes in climate are now posing a curious challenge to their ecosystems. Another phenomenon to consider is the midnight sun, which is a breathtaking natural occurrence happening in both polar regions. During the summer months, the tilt of Earth's axis allows the sun to remain above the horizon for an extended period. In the Arctic, the midnight sun lasts from late April to late August, resulting in 24 hours of daylight, while in Antarctica, this happens during the southern hemisphere summer. The reverse occurs during winter, where both poles experience polar night, 24 hours of darkness. This unique relationship with sunlight dramatically affects the flora and fauna found in these regions. Moving on to international relations, the Antarctic Treaty, established in 1959, was groundbreaking in promoting peace and scientific collaboration regarding Antarctica. This treaty ensures that the continent remains a natural reserve meant for scientific research, free of military policies. Today, it has been signed by 56 nations, enhancing global cooperation to protect this fragile ecosystem. Notably, under this treaty, no territorial claims are recognized, and historical conflicts over land have been put on hold, allowing scientific inquiry and exploration to thrive. Lastly, let's acknowledge the diverse indigenous cultures that call the Arctic their home. In regions spanning Canada, Greenland, Alaska, and Russia, indigenous groups like the Inuit have called the Arctic home for thousands of years. Known for their resilience and traditional lifestyles, these cultures have a profound understanding of their environment. While the term Eskimo might still be used by some, it is often considered outdated or offensive. Inuit is the preferred term as it translates to the people. These communities are not just passively observing climate changes but actively contributing to research and understanding climate impacts due to their intimate knowledge of the landscape and weather patterns. Today, we explored the remarkable differences between the Arctic and Antarctic, delving into their geography, climates, and unique wildlife. We learned about the incredible cold of Antarctica and the polar bears of the Arctic, as well as the rich cultures of the indigenous peoples. Additionally, we discussed the significance of the Antarctic ice sheet and the international cooperation encouraged by the Antarctic Treaty. Finally, we touched upon the fascinating phenomena of the midnight sun and the interplay of light and darkness in these extreme environments. The polar regions hold incredible mysteries, and understanding them is essential for appreciating our planet. Thanks for joining this episode of the Spelling Bee Ninja podcast. We hope you enjoyed exploring the unique Arctic and Antarctic regions. If you're eager to learn more about our planet and its remarkable features, be sure to subscribe for more enlightening discussions. Join our community of curious minds, and we'll see you next time.